Hey. Hey. Hello, 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 everyone out there. Happy Saturday to you. Nice holiday weekend here in the U.S. For most people, depending on the job that you have. Let me know if this is too loud. I can't tell. I have a headset on, so I'm just kind of experimenting. Um, but hello to everybody out there. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? To the channel members, Sis Hilda. I know you're not feeling that well. Hugs, and I hope that you feel better and the pain subsides. And Elaine, if you're out there listening or you happen to pop in and watch the replay, prayers for you also. Cookies and cream, I hope you're out there. Many hugs to you also. So, whew, where do we begin? Where do we begin? I'm going to try to be nice. I'm going to give that disclaimer. I make no promises. I said, I'm going to try. So, yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, thank you, Lorna. Thank you. Thank you, Lydia. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Um, all right, so let's kick it off. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. As I do each and every Sussex Saturday, I read my favorite quote, Harry and Meghan, that was on the Archwell site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. I'm going to do my little cleanse. Megan's face just seems to brighten the day of most of us. Some it makes, erratically mad, jealousy. But, there she is. Megan. All right. Today has special meaning in three different ways. And I'll just kick it off with saying Happy Canada Day to all of the Canadian squatties out there. Mwah. To you all. May you have a very safe day. I know that those fires, a lot of people are speculating whether the fires are still going on. I did ask someone that is on YouTube that is a content creator and up in, I think she's in Nova Scotia, and she's like not there, but she wasn't sure what was happening in the Ontario area. So although we might not be seeing the actual fires, they're still happening. So just be careful out there, everyone. So also today is Diana's, Princess Diana, the Princess of Wales birthday. Um, she would have been 62 today, and knowing that this is a solemn day for Harry, as well. Although Meghan didn't get a chance to meet her, but um, we do remember her life and all that she did. Now, what is also special? I was going to do this in a look back, but I had a couple of squatties drop comments just on the community posts that I had, and want to remind that, today or this month they met, Harry and Meghan, and that kicked off what we are now of the Sussex squad, right? Because Harry being a fave, Meghan being a fave, come together, and here we all are. But this is the picture that they shared with us from when they met for dinner the second night. Remember they? Okay. Um, Now these next two pictures are from when they went to Africa and spent that time camping. hmm They try to make it sound like it was like under the stars and it was just a lavish tent, and no. Okay. And that's just how I envision them now, just carefree, happy, very happy, and definitely not letting the noise get in the way of their love. So July is um, a busy month, a happy, in some regards, month for them. I have like 62 comments here, and hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Mrs. S, how are you? I just want to scan the chat really quickly and make sure I'm not. Diane, is it trash time yet? Too funny. All right. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Hello, Rosa. Hi, Anna. Okay. I think it wasn't anything that I needed to see that was like, hey, stop the presses. This is going on. So I'm gonna go back into the content now. Being that it is today is Diana's birthday, generally the Diana Awards occur around her birthday time, and so we did see that on there on Archwell, as well as the Diana Awards has a Twitter account, and they have a YouTube channel. If you don't know about the YouTube channel, you should probably subscribe. That way you'll keep up to date when they um, do their posts on YouTube as well as on the Bird app. But yeah, the Diana Awards recognizes the global change makers, and it's young people. And of course, we know this is very close to Harry's heart. And I do have this one screenshot, and I think it's just special that squatties were like, "Oh, he's what did they say? Moisturized and happy," and that was all that any of them needed to know. So, oh, y'all, I tell you, squatties are funny. So. I know most of the squad has seen this information, but yeah, Diana Awards is pretty special. So Harry, when someone steps up to be of service, they automatically join this collective. No one is ever a conduit for change alone, said Harry. Each one of us has the ability to help create a more equitable world. And when you look at their quote that they have on their website, as well as what that statement is, yeah, you can understand. Um, this is a picture, everybody. Although they chopped out the CEO of the Diana Awards, but he is very happy. And yeah, I'll say he's glowing. I won't mention the hair, but I love Harry. Okay. So I just wanted to highlight their YouTube channel, and you can see that they had the whole ceremony, and it was wonderful to see. Um, I would prefer them getting the view than me showing the clip over here. So that's why I'm not going to do that piece. But I wanted to share. This is just a beautiful picture um, that I found online. So let me scan the comments real quickly. Diane, you're starting already. I'm just seeing a comment. Ah, y'all with the trash time. What have I started? All right. So Invictus got a shout out, and Kenyan Senate, which is major. But just saying, Prince Harry and the Invictus Games delegation received a shout out in the Kenyan Senate by the Speaker of the House. See, it's amazing when one's own home country, in a sense, doesn't even give two, okay, shouts, in a sense. I'm not going to say the word. I'm going to be nice. Um, for the Invictus Games, which, you know, don't pretend like they don't exist. But anyway, the Invictus Games was founded by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to celebrate the unconquered human spirit and shine a spotlight on men and women who serve. And so kudos, kudos to Prince Harry as well as to the Invictus Games. Um, the the genuine heart behind it is seen and felt, and that's such a wonderful thing. So the next item, I just wanted to say thank you to Baron because I didn't even know this. I hadn't seen this on the Bird app, but I saw when he discussed it on his live stream that the Fallout Boys cover we didn't start the fire with references Taylor Swift, Kanye, Meghan Markle, and more. And it's like, what? I tell you, squatties, and when I say they're everywhere, there's eyes and ears everywhere. And I'm thankful because I wouldn't have probably known about this because stuff that I see on the Bird app, y'all don't even want to know. So this is just another saying that the Fallout Boys cover of, you know, Billy Joel's song, and they mention the headlines or major stars and events that have happened over the 34 years. So, which is pretty cool. Very, very cool. And just a reminder, there's going to be Polo, hello, Church Nelly, Nacho, coming up in August. So that should be a fun time. And let me see a few more things. Doing a look back. Last June and the beginning of July in 2018, it was a polo match. And Harry played, and we got a sighting of Megan. In addition to Megan, she had her bestie, one of her besties, and husband attending also. And you see Serena and Alex in the background. And this is just the next day when they were spotted, Harry and Megan arriving, and you see his head is on swivel. He is always on swivel when she's there. So I wanted to do a little something different for Squatty Corner. I saw this on the Bird app, and it's Grindelwald, Switzerland, and it says Grindelwald, Switzerland, like a postcard. And so, in honor of Connie Balmer, who is a Squatty, I wanted to play the video because it is just exquisite. So here you go. Okay, let me just say, if you have the opportunity to see something like that almost every day, can you imagine? Please. Some good manifestation power there in that order. Okay, let me scroll on back up in my content. Um, Squatties with the eyes shared this, and I had to fall out when I read it. So I've been watching Suits. I had not even noticed that that was even listed. So if you look right under the word Suits, co-starring Meghan Markle before she married Prince Harry, I'm cracking up. I'm like, why? Why did they have to say that? So squatties on the Bird app were laughing. I know I was because I was like, okay, they had to say it for the slow group in the back of the room because some of them would be flipping out, which they have been, and I understand that people have been canceling, their Netflix. I don't believe that, like I don't believe even Spotify. So, but since we're on the topic of Suits, here's the Suits family that was at the royal wedding in 2018. Mhm. Hoorah! All right. So at this point, hello to everyone that has come in. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. Share out if you're able to share out, and spread the word, all that good stuff. So I'm looking at the comments. I have a few more things, and then I'm going to hit your favorite time. Because yes, trash time is going to be a little bit on the trashiest, probably, of sides. Let's see. Rose Hill, love that they automatically join the collective. Yes, it's always a wonderful thing. Diane, moisturized, hydrated, and happy. Yes. And yeah, well, I was going to say well fed, but just mm, in the PG version. Okay. Mrs. F, leave Harry's hair. He still have the hairline, so he'll get a pass. That is a debate. That is a debate over there. Okay. Rose diversity shines at the Diana Awards. Yes. Yes. Um, Lydia. Okay. I agree. Mrs. Esser frames his face. Oh, y'all are too funny. Hey, Michelle, makeup mom and son. How are you? Um, Let me see. What is this, Hattie? The UK is delusional. Like before, they think if they ignore the Invictus game, everyone, and that's not going to happen. Yeah. Um, like before, Invictus will be even bigger than it was before. Well, I mean, they can do it if they wish to. That is their loss. I do hope they do better for the representatives that come out of the UK. I do hope they do a lot better this time around because um, the last game seemed to be a little pitiful. So, Mrs. S, that is beautiful. Plan to visit Switzerland one day. Oh, I'm telling you, I would love to go. And I love river raft. Well, that water's running a little too fast for the kid here. Sometimes it's hard to close life jackets over the girls. I'm just saying. The men just skip that part. Okay. Um, Rose Suits still with Megan. Same with Netflix, and the haters can't handle it. Yeah, but it is what it is. And Suits is worth watching for those that may be like, should I watch it or shouldn't I? It's really good. It really is good. Marshall Suits is awesome. I'm on the 8th season with 3 last ones to go. It's a fantastic show. It really is. People can say what they want. It's the chemistry among the cast. Yeah, you could tell they truly became family throughout the time the time of them recording and all that stuff. Mrs. S. Harry is definitely getting seasoned food. And with that, yes, we'll go on. Hey, Planet Mimi, how are you? I'm going to try to skip because I'm scared I'm going to see some. Okay. Wow. Church Nelly didn't say it. Okay. I thought she was going to say something. I have to be mindful. So some trending. This was Friday morning. The royal family. Let me take this comment down. and abolished the monarchy. So those were some interesting trending topics, and rightly so for the second one that's listed there. And then this morning, since I unfortunately was awakened at 3 in the morning by an alarm going off, um, I've been up since. And then about 6, I checked, and Harry was, of course, trending on the Bird app. So hang with me a little longer. I want people to hear straight from this young man who told people he was watching, and I don't know why they didn't listen to him. And as you know, and you can tell this is going way back. This is a young Harry, but just listen to this small clip.
To do a column in the newspaper, but
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. Article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
See, he's known all along about that media over there. His life has been nothing but they'll just write smears, and of course he's like, that's not even what happened. So um and let me just play it again.
to do a column in the newspaper, but
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. Article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
Now in this interview, because I chopped it down to just this one particular, because I wanted to just stress, you know, he's always known what the media is about, and sadly, um, they haven't changed in all these years. They really haven't changed. Now, I hope they are like this at the end of trash time that is just about to come up. Let me just check the comments really quickly. Mrs. says Harry has always been so hot. Megan is lucky. Yes, he has that thing about him. I'm gonna leave that alone. I almost said something. Woo, Diane. Remember, haters claimed to cancel subs they never had a long time ago, but still have Netflix, Spotify, Disney, Amazon. Haters just can't help themselves. We know. Oh yeah, they have to. They're hate watching, and I don't understand that. But okay, hey, if that's them, what's that, Annie? VS, I noticed in the trial transcript, Harry named lots of names. Harry was definitely taken down. He had said, and if I could take the time and really find this one interview, he said he had a book and he would write things down. And at first I was like, okay, Harry. But no, he's serious. And he's been saying it for a long time. So, but yeah. I think that's what got them. I mean, I'll be surprised if the collective of the plaintiffs don't win, but yeah. What is this? Yes, when they claim she had no family at the wedding, they forgot her suit's family of 7 years and her own family from her mom's side, right? Who were scattered and not given. They were mentioned, I think, in the procession as people were coming in, but it wasn't something that the cameras focused on once inside, thankfully. So yeah, they were able to keep the cameras on the somber faces of the bunch across the aisle. So, all right, let me. I knew you were gonna jump up here eventually, bitch slapping. Oh, she said even Bible bitch slapping time. Oh my gosh. Hey Janice, how are you? All right, so I will click on it. If all hearts and minds are in agreement, let us go. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. So, my first few, I'm just going to say I'm seeing, and most of us are seeing, the tone of articles changing when it comes to cosplay. hmm Yeah, it's like they're showing her the door in a sense, just preparing her. Um like we can let yeah, I think she would see it 100 times worse than even what, Megan had to deal with, but excluding the racist side of it, but So this an excuse if you hear the one of the dogs or both snoring, they're like laying on either side of me. Yeah. All right. So mail on Sunday decided to schoolgate Kate. Wonder how the Princess of Wales juggles her many engagements with 3 under 10 and still looks so utterly fabulous. Okay. The secret is 14 of the 18 visits she's done in the past 8 weeks have been very close to home. Okay, now they're counting out her engagements and making a note that they're very close to home. She hasn't done that many. I mean, over 8 weeks, it's 2 months. And you've done 14 to 18. Yeah. In addition to that article, there was some other information. Thank you to the squatties out there with the screenshots because I'm snagging. This had to have been last year because there's no way she's had 90 engagements this year so far. Or maybe she has. That's about the usual amount she has, I think. But here's the engagements thus far. Actually, I guess it is because they don't even have. Usually, the queen's topping everybody, but Anne is up at the top of the list now. Even the king needs to get his butt in gear, but let me stop. But Catherine, yeah, cosplay, you need to get it together because the ones that are above you are much, much older than you. Now they should have the lower or lesser numbers. I've seen headlines floating about talking about this, slimming down and all this other crap. And I think they're in a later part of trash time. You wanted a slimmer royal working royals, and you've got a slim down number of working royals, and they should be happy. They should be very, very happy. Um, I was cracking up in Barons, but I had seen this, and I was like, the vampire's wife. I didn't realize that truly was. I had to do a little research because I was like, who's out here doing stuff? So while in one instance, this was her brand approved dress, and I think she wore one of their dresses in her official portrait. But, they're liquidating. I don't know, but I will say this, she does not have the Midas touch. No. No, the current one with the title of Princess of Wales does not have the Midas touch. Diana would sell out everything. You know, the Duchess of Sussex, everything, even to this point, and she's not a working royal, sells out. Um, mm, Cosplay, well, not so much. Charities, and you would think if she's the face, like that's her favorite. Okay. We've had some movement in a case. Jeremy Clarkson, JC, just had his, the back of his hand slapped a little bit, like very, very softly, by the regulators over and it's really the son more so than him. So, you know, um, even with what the regulator said, it didn't go to the racism of his statement. It just went to, well, it was sexist. Okay, but people were saying that it's racist in what he said. It was disgusting. But, only we, I guess, can gnash our teeth. So the son was, it says forced to print ruling on front page. Whether they did or they didn't, I don't know. I haven't checked. And they like to do things on the slow. So I'm sure at some point it came out. I haven't seen the screenshot. Yeah, because like I said, I'm not checking for them. But um, I think the last time that they had to do this, the son, was because of Brexit, and they said the Queen favored it, and they had to correct that. Although, some of us might agree with that. But anyway, So Dr. Shola jumped in and gave her opinion on it. And it was just like IPSO decides JC Sun article ranting about his hatred for Meghan is sexist. Where's his sanction? Despite national condemnation, the real culprit profiting from monetizing hate against Meghan Markle is protected. The Sun should be prosecuted, sanctioned, / punished. Absolutely nothing. So that's why I said it just got a gentle smack on the back of the hand. And yet we're supposed to be doing backflips, I'm guessing. Not happening. So Royal Suitor also had did commentary and just said that, JC, I guess PM had some commentary also about Meghan Markle sets record for the most complaints in respective media regulators' histories. The British public is imploring its media to stop the abusive, harassing coverage of Meghan. When will they listen? Never. They won't listen. Or when the next Meghan or Marcus shows up. Yeah, because I hope there's some Marcuses in the lives of those 3 young ones over there. I'm going to keep on moving. And this was just another one, Jeremy from Royal Suitor, just saying, JC's friend, the Queen, consort, remains silent about his article, and the Sun is using Kate Middleton's endorsement of their baby bank campaign to whitewash a sexual discrimination editorial breach. The Royals' contract with the media comes at a cost of their integrity. They don't see it to their detriment one day, but yeah, here are these articles, Camilla condemns global pandemic of violence against women, and violence is verbal, also consort. Okay. And then, this one here with the baby thing, whatever. That's all she thinks about. So this article just says, upholds the complaint. They make it seem so a landmark decision, but then when you read that it had only been done, this is like the second time that it had actually told one of these publications. Meanwhile, people have ended their lives because of stuff printed in these tabloids. So you get on the ball, get with it. Stop the madness. Stop the madness. Okay. Um this is my last one, and it just shows how many complaints. Over 25,000 complaints about what he said in December about Meghan. Over 25,000 complaints, and took them 6 months to even respond. If they were really true, really being honest, and acting in integrity, we know there's really no diversity on the IPSO. So, okay. I'm just going to leave it right there. We're going to fold that. We're going to take it like a piece of paper, crumble it up, whoop, swoosh into the trash. Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. So the next person, which no harm to him yet till that book is released. Okay, so I saw this out on let me take my banner down for a second. So I saw this out on the Bird app and I saw MSN. So I was like, "Oh, okay. Let me pause." It's about Meghan and Harry's friend vows to expose moments royal family are ashamed of in his new book. And I'm like, what quote friends are talking? And then talking, although, oh man, there's this little divide in the squad about the trust level on him, but he is Rhoda, so everybody should always remember that. But I was like, MSN, why are you covering this? So, I gotta click on it to see. So I clicked, and then this is what I saw. GB News. Oh, so, while squad's out there sharing this link, you're giving the clicks to this POS of tabloid. GB News is tabloid to me. That's just my opinion. So, bombshell book. As much as they've derided Omid over the last few years, and even with the last book, although his co-author never even spoke a word. I guess she collected the check. I don't know. Um, but I don't know much about the book. I think it comes out in August. Don't know title. Don't care. Because I'm not going to be buying it. But wish them all the best. I sure do. Because, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So, giving this some energy, we've got our backs to each other. We're such a loving couple. Recollections may vary. Now, when that one line was in the Queen's statement, it was an official statement from the Queen on Harry and Meghan from the Oprah interview, allegations of racism, etc. Recollections may vary. Now, I need you all, squatties, to drop in the chat a 2 if you believe that the woman in red in this picture on the screen cosplay is the one that said recollections may vary, and you can envision her demanding that be in the official Buckingham Palace, which was the Queen's statement. Put a 2 in the chat. I want to see if Squad is falling for the bullshit that this Rhoda is out here spinning around all around. They always got things, talking about wizardry. Woo! I tell you, my lord. I tell you, my goodness. Woo! Let me see. All right, a couple of you are putting your 2s in there. Yeah. I don't think many of us are. So I look at this in 2 ways. So while I'm like, they're changing the tone of coverage regarding cosplay, kind of throwing her under the bus with regard to this also. Now, to me, it's the karma bus, or train, whichever one. Let it run, let it go, let it whoop, as it must. But it's just interesting that it was Kate who insisted recollections may vary line must stay in royal family's fight back statement after Harry and Meghan's Oprah racism storm. New book claims Princess said history would judge the firm over its response to TV allegations. Now, she really said that? I want to hear it on tape that she actually said the firm, history would judge the firm over its response to TV allegations. I want to hear that audio, video to put the 2 together so I can actually, because I don't believe a word of that, but someone else rewrote their statement. So, history will judge us how Kate took on Harry and Meghan. Oh yeah, she's my opinion only. I believe she's on her way out because they're gearing up for her. But again, I don't believe not a word. So this was edited, mhm, on Friday. So yeah, somebody's coming for her. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's hear. Um, I think I have 2 video clips. So all right. So this is the woman that demanded that this particular statement, recollections may vary, be part of the Queen's statement, official statement with regard to the royal family's quote, response. So this is one of the two clips that I wanted to share.
On addiction. Action on Addiction's MPAC programme to explore this issue.
And we're to believe that that one right there could put together and formulate thought to say, they're going to judge the firm by this. So we must keep that statement in there. Honey, you are nowhere in decision making. Your ass wasn't even allowed to get on a plane, allegedly, to see the Queen. Although she had already passed even before your husband got to that country. But nevertheless, we're to believe that this cosplaying, I have words, but I can't even get them out. I love my channel. Actually came up with that. Come on now. Y'all, at least if you had said space, we could all say, yep. Can believe that. But her, no. So, no. Now, here is cosplay over 20 years ago now, because this was in 2010. No. What is this? 13 years ago? That she was all like Miss Excited, Miss Ooh, and couldn't put together a sentence then either. Yeah, so 13. I'm all, whew. Well, she was around a lot longer, so yeah. So you've had 20 years to really get your ass together and get your mouth to work better and your brain to work with your mouth, and you haven't done any of that. But back when you got engaged, yeah, let's listen.
Family as well. I wondered how you feel about that.
Well, it's quite a daunting prospect that
So joining the royal family is a daunting prospect. Girl, you laid around for 10 years waiting on him to pick you, but it's a daunting prospect. I wouldn't even. They did ask her a question later on, and I think I have that clip, but he answered it because it was like, did you think he was not going to propose? That was hilarious. They were just going at them in this interview, but there's no way that individual who can't put together sentences then or now even could formulate in her mind, in my opinion, that she was like, oh, we must leave that in because they're going to judge the firm. Get the hell out of here. She wasn't even in the negotiations, I'm sure, the discussions. Now, I have a feeling Space has been running the deals and shenanigans over there for a while. But hey, who am I? I'm just, over here in America, guessing what possibly could have happened. So I even was like, they're saying she demanded, so it's like, well, insistent, but it's the same thing to me, that the Queen's statement says this. Now, from all that we've ever heard about the Queen, that doesn't sound like something that she would go for. And I would think that would break protocol, wouldn't you? Because you are you were a wife. You're not like a blood relative in that regard to be even, nor male to even try to have such high standing. So I just was like, autocratic leadership. So this is something that is considered like even, Queen Elizabeth. An autocratic, and this is Elizabeth I, but an authoritative, what is it? Authoritative model in which leaders have absolute control. So QE2 had control. Well, mind you, that's what they wanted us to believe. But she didn't, it wasn't that someone below her. Now, I believe Charles in Space would almost be considered same level. They were going to be stepping in the shoes. She took good care of them. She made sure to baby them in some degree. The wife, yeah, no, no, sister, you were not. Mm-mm. But the Rhoda is rewriting so much. Here we go. They never thought they would be without Harry and his family. You never thought you were going to be without Harry and his family. So you thought Harry was going to keep himself in the UK and let you talk as much mad shit about his wife, even when you all knew that she had suicide ideations. You never thought you were going to be without Harry. That's the problem right there. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the problem. I mean, the Rhoda's like, we're soon going to be left with barely 6 or 7 people. I thought you wanted to trim down working royal pool. And that did not include Harry and Meghan. I guess it would have up until the time George became 18, right? Why would they stick around for that bullshit? Just that doesn't make sense to me. But now it's like, oh, they don't care at all about the UK. All of the headlines that were get out, get out, get out, get out, Meghan leave, go, 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 go. We hate you. We don't like you. We don't like you. We hate you. But now they don't care. Oh, and then we've evicted them from this house and they have no place of royal residence to stay. But they don't like the UK. They don't care at all about the UK. I think it's the other way around. Now, y'all can try to rewrite all this darn history that you want to, but no, 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 no. We're going to be here to make sure that you don't succeed. She said what she said when she said what she said. Now, that being my last little bit for trash time, I keep telling I'm going to show them. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of what I said on Barron's live stream. Lord of mercy. When they're not in the shoes, you would think of The Hobbit. Now, if you've seen those movies, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. And where's the necklace? Okay, Kate. They coming for you. Your family better find that, repurchase it, go buy it, get it back, whatever y'all need to do, allegedly. Okay. Now I'm going to jump into the comments and hang out with y'all for a little bit. Let me see. I'm seeing some of the comments as I'm scrolling. I'm like, whoa, oh my. Let me see. Black Queen, how are you? Cosplay took on H&M all right. Copying everything Meg does and pining away for Harry. Bunch of delusionals. It cracks you up. It's scary too because there's always new people that are like putting their eyes to them and then like, well, yeah, I don't like Harry and Meghan. I can't stand. But why don't you like her? And of course, once they start talking, you're like, yeah, that's with the tabloids. You believe the tabloids. So you believe like the Inquirer here in the US. Well, no. Okay. Don't ever repeat this stuff that you read again from there because that's all that it is equated to. Hey, Vinny. Nobody checks with Kate about anything. Not when QE2 was alive and not now. That wasn't Queen either. That was the Wasp. Vinny? Rosa Gray Suit may have fed her those words. They could have fed them if they wanted to. But if she were today stand before mic or camera and they just tell her to say that, I don't think she could get through 3 words without, yeah, no. And no speech impediment. She just... And I did see a squatty, and I had to say kudos to them. They were like, we're to believe a woman that was disrespected by her own child. What, 4-year-old? Because I think he's 4. or 5. How old is that little kid? 5? Yeah, he must be 5. Um, we're supposed to believe that she was controlling the messaging of the Queen's calm. Come on now. You could come up with some other stuff, but please, please. Most of us were born, we were not born yesterday or today. Um, Church and like, hey, you're in danger, girl. Yeah, the whole. I mean, it's the last few weeks. The tone now. Prior to the Con Your Nation, it was introducing this person, Rose Hansberry, and everybody. If you weren't paying attention, you could have missed it. But it was just like, well, why are y'all discussing her? Like suddenly, and the her husband and the role that he's playing, and their son, and mm-hmm. Cookies and cream, the unroyals, and their racist thugs never stop with the shenanigans. Every day it's something idiotic. Karma is coming for each and every one of them. I'm telling you, because it is crazy. It is crazy. Mrs. S, even with her speech on a piece of paper, she can't deliver. Hello, but she's going to be coming up with, oh, that's how they're going to judge. Girl, please. You're only concerned with, I don't know. Maybe she realizes the sun is in the sky. I don't even know that. But, or how a Fabergé, what did she say? Can the smell of it or something? I've seen the saying and I'm just like, because it makes no sense to me. I was just like, did she really just say that? Hmm. Gwendolyn, Mrs. Epps, absolutely, she's lazy. Yeah, she is. She is. Um, Rose, she's a scapegoat now. Well, 'tis life and its many calamities. Um, when you're a smart person and you play those type of games, you better be thinking the end game. This is what I want to see in the end. She never envisioned herself being in front of that train that's going to right on down the tracks over. So, yeah, she didn't envision that. Diane, I'm listening to Spare yet again. Lost count how many times Harry had been convinced he was dumb, but it's amazing how clever he really is. Billy is the dumb one, and Mumbles is worse. Both lazy, yes. And got their degrees only because of he got his because of who he is, and her with the affiliation. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because I was like, okay, Diane, keep in mind they practice the engagement interview before going live, and likely even gave Mumbles the questions a few days in advance, and she still couldn't. And she still couldn't. I mean, the first question out the gate, one of the reporters was like, I guess they were late in coming out. It was like, and I thought maybe perhaps you had changed your minds. I was like, oh my gosh. Woo. I just can't, like, it's painful to sit and try to listen to their engagement interview. I'm just forewarning anybody that decides to. At least that's how I felt. I was like, woof. And people wanted to complain about Harry and Meghan's. Give me a break. Mrs. S, why does she talk like that? KC3 always sounds like he's constipated, and Broomstick always sounds like she visits the loo too often. Oh my. She's trying to sound posh. That's what I've always heard. Now, that veneer is cracking and falling apart given the situation of her parents. And yeah. Sash, it doesn't matter who said recollections may vary. It was a lie. They all knew exactly who questioned the color of Archie's skin. And I will say that my belief is the first person who made a statement after that happened, like so quickly, had to go to this engagement that you weren't even really supposed to be at, but you were prompted with the question. Oh no, not my family. Whatever. Whatever. Rosa Grace, who's feeding Kate the words, and then to the wolves now. The Queen's statement never struck me as from her at all. Um, Knowing the relationship that we know of now, and even the Oprah interview shed light on that, we know that it was different for Queen and Philip with Harry and Meghan. So, yeah, recollections do vary because Squad is like, oh, hell no, y'all not going to rewrite this. No, 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 no. But, I believe the one that was screaming um, at Sandringham, even yelling at his father, is the one behind a lot of the statement. I truly believe he's been running a lot of the stuff, but now that Dad's in that title, he's got to take a little step back, a little step, a little step. Let me see, Dana, how are you? Hi, squaddies. We are entering time off for the Royals, so there are many more silly headlines and lots more projections from the royal family and UK media ahead. Oof, that's true. It's coming. They're always time off. I don't even know why they. J Matt, you too. Kate, you in danger. Go. Well, she brought it on herself. Brought it on herself, and she probably didn't have a say in it anyway. But you know, if you're gonna play the long game, you better make sure you the one standing there. You're the one standing there at the end. Tier, they wanted a trimmed down, all white working Royals. Yeah, they did, and they got that. So there should be no crying and complaining now. None. Churchill, they're constantly rewriting history or attempting to. There's so many receipts. So, hey, RNT Entertainment. So I'm glad the satellite space station is getting some reception today. So, um, we're not going to allow Squad. There's too many receipts out there, Church Nelly, for them to try to, rewrite. They can try. They can truly try if they want to. Mrs. S, I can't wait for the day when those ingrates have to publicly beg the Sussexes to come back. Oof. You think that's going to happen? That really. Diane Pig Knuckles. Oh, okay. I'm on a stay. See, there's a way. Y'all, I'm surprised no one else saw that. Big feet. Okay. And I really shouldn't talk about feet, but okay. Vinny, are they now admitting QE2 was being handled? Ooh. She never signed off on any statements about Harry and Meghan. That was Charles, Willie, the bee, and the wasp. I don't think I would believe Camilla was behind most of that than I would believe cosplay because I don't see her. Mm-mm. She can give you that mean girl in person type thing, give you them shady eyes and all that stuff. Mm, yeah. She wishes. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Little Mac, they expected Harry to continue to accept the role of the spare. Also, Meghan gave up everything. She closed the TIG, stopped acting, accept no funds, so expecting them to accept abuse was possible. Phew. They wanted them to be in not caught forever. I mean, it seems like it truly upset whomever um, when they were, quote, gifted, although they had to pay for refurbishments and a lease, and I don't see any of that money coming back. Now that's something money bags, because King C3 got a lot of money when he was over in the Middle East, and so you can't take some of that money, sir, out of your own pocket and pay your son back. It can be done quietly. Y'all do like to do secret settlements, so why don't you just quietly, right from your personal accounts that nobody sees? You're the king, so you can tell them just ignore that line right there in that book over there. Write this check out or actually wire this money over to this account. And then when Harry gets that money, they move it to another account because only smart people move it from an account. That account was only created just for you to wire that money in, and then it gets shut down when the money is moved. And then, they can go on and live happily ever after with their money back. Okay. You hateful POSs. Okay. Let me just look at a few more comments. Hey, Miss Viv, how are you? I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Hey, no. The haters of Harry and Meghan are projecting their own self-hate. Their hate is actually lifting the Sussexes higher and higher. Yes. And they can't figure they even say it in their own comments. They can't figure out why. How does that always keep happening? Hmm. Church Nelly cursed and rehearsed, drank the damn Kool-Aid. She thought she was better than Megan. Now she realizes that she's indispensable. I mean, she is dispensable. Yeah, she is dispensable. How she thought she was not, I don't know. Um, yeah, she thought she was better than her. Oh, not at all. Oh, it's 19. What is it? 19 months? Thank you, Mrs. S. Let me see. Yeah, see, it doesn't show it on this side. Doggone it. And it's already cleared out on the YouTube side. I'm just jumping over there for a second just to see if I can see if you had a message in it. Because, yeah, a message in the bottle. And it's not going up. Yeah, it's cleared on the YouTube side. I can't see it. Darn it. Darn it. Well, maybe if I could. Yeah, no, that's not going to help either. Okay, I'm just going to close this. Woo, this chat is flying. God bless y'all. Would y'all like me to slow down the chat? I don't know if you want me to slow down the chat. That's just a little bit. Yes, I have to thank you, Mrs. S. You you take no prisoners when it comes to me. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. I'm scared of you. And prayerfully, you'll continue on for the next 100 million more months to come. Sharon, never late, never late. Let's see. Gwendolyn VS, absolute. She thought she was better than Megan the Fool. Yeah, child, please. Mrs. You know what they say, be careful what you wish for. She wanted a crown, but she did not expect the thorns. I wish I had so many pictures and stuff that I brought over that I couldn't bring in the one of Cersei from Queen, Game of Thrones. If you watch that, where she was sipping a glass of wine that probably should have been a cup of blood. That's how, Cersei was. So, anyway, yeah. And cosplay isn't even as smart as that character on a show. So, Nita Canadian. Yes, happy Canada Day. All right, so let me see just a few more comments and oh Lord of mercy. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at Lottie's comment on any fool with common sense knows that, yeah, space. Cookies and cream. I truly hope Megan, Sue, Clarkson, and Murdoch hit them deep in their pockets, hold them accountable for their despicable actions. She may. In some aspects, these lawsuits are hefty. We're still waiting on the one with that half sibling, a decision on that. I don't know what the judge is waiting on, but it needs to come on with it. Now, there is a lot that has happened in the U.S. in the last 48 hours that I want to discuss, but I don't want to discuss it here on this live stream. So I did see a comment, and let me see if I can get to all the way to the top, that was addressing the situation that happened with somebody that was involved with the January 6th insurrection, was outside the Obama's home with, weapons and with his intent to do harm. My whole thing is, why was he even allowed to be out of prison, given that that he was involved with that situation? But, as one of the rulings yesterday, discrimination is okay. Hey, life will go on. This country is about to be, welcome to the 1950s. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because it's not going to be a pretty commentary if I keep on Cheryl, let me see. Harry and Meghan do not need to ask for any money back from those thieves. Harry and Meghan are in the process of ripping that Band-Aid off and moving on with their lives. It's just the principle of it. Although that gives us a lot of stick it to the royal family, like you all can't talk nothing. And in a way, it does give Harry and Meghan that clean cut. Like, we gave you whatever, leave us the alone, and then we can go on with life. So we will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Let's see. Cheryl, Harry, and Meghan can't be expected to live their lives in the rearview mirror. They don't want to hurt no more. It's time for letting go. In the words of Tina Turner, yeah, they have, but the people just keep trying to hold on and pull them back. Well, keep trying to pull Harry back. And Harry's a unit now, father, husband, father. So he's not, and son-in-law. So he's not going anywhere. Dolores, Harry, and Meghan are keeping their eyes on their projects, not paying attention. And they've been, especially Meghan, been real quiet. So, some good announcements are going to be coming our way very, very soon. Prayerfully. Thank you, Roger. Uh-huh. Racism is alive and well across this entire globe. There's just no getting around that. But yeah. Marsha Harry has a lawsuit against Murdoch. Yep. The son in January, so that old crypt keeper will get Sussexed. Yes, he will. In more ways than one, he sure will. So, Lottie, Harry, and Meghan deserve that money back. Yeah, some just want them, and in due time, that may come about, Lottie. That may come about. We just don't know what the future holds. So, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm a little over my hour mark. You know how I like to keep it short. But I hope you enjoy today. I hope you remember to hit the thumbs up. I hope you have shared it out for those that are able to share out. I hope you enjoyed it. So I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves. You know what I always say. If you're in a large setting, public setting, wear a mask because there are buggy bugs out there. Love you all. Prayers to all who are going through medical situations. Love you, love you, love you. And our thoughts and prayers. Seriously. Hugs to you all. Please be safe out there. Bye.